going first?
You
it's
are.
going.
You can.
No, you go.
Okay. So today we went to Murray Lodge, and we all thought that it was our last one, but it's actually our second to last trip there, which is good. But before we went, we prayed about just some different things that we felt last time we went there. Like I prayed about the atmosphere and that God would go before us, and Laila prayed about about women feeling safe and like, I don't know, their relationships with each other and loneliness and that kind of thing. What else did you guys pray about?
Yeah, just like that kind of, and just not even necessarily this week, but the last, like every time we go, we've just been praying about, like, that God would just fill the place with his atmosphere, and just like they'd be able to feel a difference and stuff.
Yeah. And then we got there today, and seriously, we walked in and it was like an immediate difference.
Yeah.
I could feel it. Like, the hallway light was off, so at first I was like, oh, it's really dark in here, but then I was like, oh, that's just light. It doesn't even feel dark and heavy, and like felt completely different.
We met Kelly in the hallway, and she was like, oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. We're just talking about you and when you'll be here, and they were just like, all their faces so happy just to see us, and they were so
She's
amazing.
like, they're asking about you
all day.
Come.
Yeah.
It was so awesome to like go in like the main area that we're always in. Like I walked in the area, and I felt something so totally different, and just like such a happy and joyful atmosphere. I just like had a smile on my face, and like inside of me was so happy, and I was like, Steph, it's totally different. I feel something totally different.
It was so
and like
different.
Just looking around everybody, I just saw like complete change in their faces, and just like just like a joy, and just such a light atmosphere, and such I don't even know how to describe it really.
No,
I don't know.
Lindsay was talking all of us, and and everyone just came out from the rooms because they heard that we were there, and it's just really God.
And I mean, like when we walked into the outside common area, there were like everybody who we usually talk to like said hi to us and just like gravitated toward us. But people who we don't usually talk to were like, hey girls, how's it going? And like we're just so open and like
beautiful blue-eyed baby girls.
I just remembered something I saw when did we sign out? I don't know if we signed out, but when I signed in, that's so funny. Right above me, the person that signed in was God.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yes.
So funny.
Somebody signed it. It said God, and like, who are they visiting? And it said everyone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I just remembered that.
That makes me
I know.
get like all chills.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! How
Yeah.
come you didn't say anything?
I mentioned it to Lila. I was like, it says God's here. And I was like, oh, that's funny.
Haha.
And then
But that's like what we prayed about.
Yes.
Oh,
That's so cool.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
He even signs in.
It's
Oh, we have to tell Angel that.
Yes.
Seriously.
Man. And I was just thinking that's just a guy joking, but it might have been.
But maybe
so
it was
cool.
God.
God joking.
Yeah, it's so cool though. Just like, I haven't been there as long as these guys have, but just this is probably my 4th time, and I remember the very first time I went in there, and just like the spiritual heaviness I felt there, and just talking to the people, I just felt burdened, and just like, I don't know how to explain it, just like this pit in my stomach. And yeah, just today going in there, it was just a complete 180, and there's this guy there, he's in a wheelchair most often, he's very, very quiet. His name is Trevor, and we usually play cards together and stuff, and yeah, he just mentioned at the beginning how his back really hurt and stuff, and I just felt like I needed to pray for him and stuff like that, and it was just on my heart the entire afternoon while playing cards with him and stuff, and yeah, so I asked Trevor, I was like, Trevor, you know, is your back still hurting? Can we pray for you? And right away, he just lit up, he's like, yes, please, and like, I don't know if he's a Christian or not, but yeah, and a couple of the other people around there prayed with us, and it was just really awesome to see, and just smiles all around when we were leaving, people were just smiling, and it's just, God is really just moving in that place, and we can see it, and we can feel it before we even get there sometimes, and it's just amazing, it's incredible.
Yeah, the transformation since we started has been amazing.
Yeah, it's like even just with Trevor.
Yeah.
When we got there, he would sit in the hallway, and like Kelly would roll him out and then bring him back after an hour. And he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't, like, I actually thought that maybe he was brain dead or something because he didn't talk at all.
I thought he was
and
totally,
like now he smiles and he jokes and he plays cards really well.
Yeah.
And like
he wins.
Yeah, he just, and like it's amazing. It's actually amazing the difference that has come over him, and that's the same for pretty much everyone else.
Him especially is amazing transformation. Like I just remember today when we were walking up to the steps, these people I don't recognize they were standing in the door like, hey, it's you guys, and they were just happy to see us, and like, you're back.
And like I'd only seen like 1 or 2 of those people, and there were like 5 standing there. Obviously, they've told them about us coming or something like that, because they were really like receptive. Like, I'm so glad you guys are here. And
And it's so cool though, because like it's not us, like it's God's presence and God's light that they feel, and it's just so cool to see how God is moving through us to touch these people, and like it's just such a testament to us, like how powerful Christ's name is, you know.
And just I was telling Christina about that in 1 week I'll be in India, and she said, oh, but you'll come back, right? I said, no, I'm not sure, but okay, but when you go back to Denmark, we have to mail each other because you are my friend. And I was like, yeah, you are my friend now. So sweet.
And today I met Zach for the first time. I didn't meet him last week, but just like his automatic response to us saying hi to him was like, oh, I was just down at the end of the road waiting to die. And like that was, I just was like, what? What? And just something that kind of struck me was just like the small things that we can do to make him feel so much better. When he says something like that, to be like, well, I'm glad you're here. Do you want to play cards? Because he didn't invite himself in to play cards. And as soon as I asked him that, he was like, oh yeah, okay, sure. And then later when he was saying how he didn't get into the Marines and all that death stuff there too, I was like, well, I'm sure you have lots of things that you're really good at, and like, and just what do you like to do, and just like prompting like life-giving, like encouraging questions instead of, oh, well, why do you enjoy death so much? Why are you so focused on that? Like, instead, I mean, yes, there's a time to like ask questions like that, but I think most of the time they just need someone to like ask them everyday real questions.
I talked to a guy named Greg today. He was in a wheelchair, and he's been there all the time. I've never seen him, but I went over and sat and talked to him today, and like, he's totally fine. I just totally spit. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just older, and it was really sad to see, like, he was saying how like lonely it is because like the people here, all they just want something from him, and he just likes to go and get away and go to the park every day just for like an hour or something, and just to be able to talk to one other person and just have like normal communication. But it was really good to be able to talk to him, and I totally noticed the difference from like the beginning of the conversation to the end, even though it was just like maybe a 15-minute conversation. Like, I saw a difference, and he was like, when I had to go, I was like, okay, well, I might be back next week, and he's like, I'll be right here in the wheelchair waiting for you, like come back and talk to me. And he was really excited to have like made that connection, and it was cool just to be able to talk to him, because like randomly he was like, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
And fun of
people. And like,
I can see him having a really like sarcastic kind of humor though.
Yeah, he did. And like, he said that was one of his favorite movies. He was like, "Run, Forrest, run!" He was like quoting different quotes from it. And
next time.
That's what I was thinking. But it's really long. It was just really good.
See, and I've totally seen him there before, but he's always seemed like really aloof and like kind of angry. So I've never gone up and talked to him because I wasn't really sure what was up with him.
No, he seemed distant, but something definitely changed. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's so cool though, Jess. Yeah.
What about Craig?
Oh, well, John is so funny. He like writes stories. He calls them articles, but they're actually stories, which is actually a diary, which is actually just his thoughts. And like the first day that he explained that to me, I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, does he think he's writing for a newspaper or something? And then he like explained it, and like he writes his feelings and just like how he feels and like what Murray Lodge makes him feel like, and he said that he feels lonely a lot and that he can't connect with anybody because everyone's too much like him, like everybody's too much the same, and so then they don't talk to each other and they avoid each other, and like and you could just tell that he really felt depressed a lot, and then that was like a good release for him. So today I asked him if he'd written any new stories.
Okay.